I work for an online rhinestone company, so I'm going to show you how to create a simple heart design in GemMaster. GemMaster is the software that we use to create rhinestone designs, and then this program sends it to our machines, and the machines produce the actual transfer. To begin, we are going to go to File, Open, and then we are going to double click on this heart here. The heart is now imported into our file for us to trace. Now that the file is uploaded, we want to set the dimensions of the design. The dimensions can be whatever you choose to be, whatever you want them to be. We want this design to be about 5 inches in width. You can see we've got a ruler up top and a ruler to the left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and hold and drag this ruler all the way to the 5-inch wide mark. I'm not going to draw one to do the height yet because I want it to be proportional, and I don't know what this heart is going to be proportionally when we set it to 5 inches wide. So let's go ahead and set the dimensions of the heart to be 5 inches wide. What we're going to do is we're going to go over here to the right in our image bar, and we're going to click on the tab DPI and Angle. The DPI is currently set to 106. This is just the setting that the heart imported in. There's no particular setting to get it to 5 inches wide, so it's kind of a guessing game. The lower the DPI, the larger the image. The higher the DPI, the smaller the image. So since I've played around with this a little bit, I know that I need to set this design to 48 DPI to get it to 5 inches wide. Now you can see we can't see all of the heart because it made the design larger, so we're going to go up here to our image move, and we're going to click this, and now it's created a box around the design. So we're going to click and hold and drag our design down and over so that it fits in our ruler guide. We're going to go to the top and drag the ruler down to see how high this design is going to be. We can see it's going to be just under 4.5 inches tall and 5 inches wide. Now that we've set this dimensions, we're ready to begin creating the design. So we're going to go up here to our gem palette, click once, and now it's brought us to our palette. We have pots 1 through 16, so this can be combinations of different colors and sizes of stones for the machine to run. I want to click on pot 4 because that's what pot I would actually put this in if we were creating this design to run on the machine. These are shapes of stones and studs that our company doesn't use, so I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and click on SS10. This is a 3mm stone, just the size of the stone that we use, and I'm going to click the left arrow once, and it's now put the SS10 stone in my palette. Since I want my heart to be red, I'm going to click right here, and it brings up my color palette. I'm going to choose red, and then I'm going to click OK. So now I have a red SS10 in pot 4. So I'm going to click OK. And now the design is all set up to be so I can begin creating it. Up here are our different tool options. I'm not going to describe all of them because I'm not going to use all of them for this design. For this design, I'm just going to use the arc tool. So I'm going to click on that, and you can see that I now have a stone and a courser ready to begin the design. So I'm going to scroll in so that I can have a more exact starting point. I'm going to click once and then start to drag, and you can see that now I have stones. One thing we need to be cautious of is the stones cannot lay directly on top of each other. So I'm going to look down here at the length in inch, and I need to press F4 to increase the space between the stones, or I could press F3 to decrease the space between the stones, but I will need the spacing to be about 0.20, so I'm going to hit F4 until I get there, and you can see I'm at 0.20 now. So now I'm going to drag my stones. I'm not clicking anything, it's just staying this way. I'm going to do it to about here. There's no right or wrong way to do this, depending on how you want to do it. I'm going to click once, and now I get to set the arch of my stones. So I want it to line up, so I'm going to click here, since my stones line up with the graphic. I'm going to zoom out and zoom back in so I can see the rest of the heart. I'm going to click right here and then set my arch and then click again. Zoom out, zoom back in. I'm going to go about here, click again, set my arch, and then I'm going to click one more time and set my arch. Now I have this half done, and I could go right on to creating the left side, but instead, since I use the program enough and I want to be efficient in time, I'm going to hit Escape on my keyboard, and I'm going to highlight what I have done. So just click and hold. I'm going to right click and choose Copy. I'm going to right click again and choose Paste. I'm going to make sure to set this over here so it's not on top of the stones that I just laid, and click to place it. I'm going to highlight it one more time, and then I'm going to go up here to our mirror image. I'm going to click Mirror Horizontal, and it hasn't done anything yet, but when I click on these set of stones again, you can see it mirrors the design horizontally. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this on the left half of the heart. So instead of designing that whole side, I just copy and paste and flip this part. And once I have it lined up to where it looks about right, I'm going to right click and hit Delete Front. And now, to see our heart, I'm going to go up here to our image on off. I'm going to click this to take the image away. And we now have a 5-inch wide heart by 4.5 inches high, and it's in SS10 red stones. So the design is finished. I'm just going to go to File, Save. I'm going to save it as heart, and the design is now complete and ready to be sent to the machine.